Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the English class. Dear children, today we deal with our Unit 3 Glimpses of Nature. Glimpses of nature means what? Yes, nature's beautiness, harmony, or the wonders, or the magnificent. When we look at the nature, we could learn many things, isn't it? When we say we are the owner or we are belong to nature and we do many things as if we are the owner of the earth. Really, are we the sole owner of the earth? Never. We know that earth means it belongs to all the living things. Do we have any right to kill or destroy or do harm to anything? No, isn't it? As we have the right to live in the earth, every creature has the right to live. On the other hand, it is our duty to love, care, and protect this beautiful earth. In this unit, we will come across two stories and a poem. The Rightful Inheritors of the Earth by Y.K. Muhammad Bashir and the Book of Nature by Jawaharlal Nehru and the poem The Mountain and the Squirrel by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Dear children, in page number 73, we have an activity. Look at your palm. Are all fingers equal in size? We know the answer is no. Then let me ask you one more question. Which is the most important finger? Can you say? Of course, no. Why? Each finger has its own function. Just imagine if there is no finger in its own place. Can you say the little finger is very short or useless? No, it is not. We can't do, if it is not there, we can't do any work or we cannot do our work perfectly or will become the handicapped. So dear children, throughout this unit we will come across that every creation of God has some particular aim. No one else can occupy its place. Size, shape, talent, etc. can be differ from others. But all things in the world are equally important. The poem, The Mountain and the Squirrel, explains this idea beautifully. Here there is the poem for you. The Mountain and the Squirrel. Before, there is one message it is given. Every being on earth is equally important. Nothing is superior or inferior to any other. Here is the poem that gives you the message. Read and enjoy the poem, The Mountain and the Squirrel. The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter Little Prig. Bun replied, "You are doubtless very big, but all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a ear and a spear, and I think it no disgrace to occupy my place. If I am not so large as you, you are not so small as I, and not half so spry, I will not deny you make a very pretty squirrel track. Talents differ, all is well and wisely put. If I cannot carry forest on my back, neither can you crack a nut." Dear children, let's see about the writer. Ralph Waldo Emerson, an American poet, essayist, lecturer, and philosopher, was born on May 25, 1803 in Boston, Massachusetts, US. He was a social critic and champion of individualism. His main works are self reliance, the oversoul, circles, the poet and experience, the May Day, and so on. He wrote a lot about the relationship between man and nature. He died on April 27 in 1882 in Concord, Massachusetts, US at the age of 72. Let's see the poem in detail. The mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel, and the former called the latter little prig. What is the meaning of former and latter? A former means the first person and the latter means the second person or thing it is said. Okay. Here, who are the main characters? The mountain and the squirrel. Once the mountain and the squirrel had a quarrel. There is a reason it is said. What is the reason for the quarrel? Is the former. Who is the former here? The mountain. The mountain called the latter. Latter means the second. The latter what? Little prig. What did he call him? He called him as little prig. That is a quarrel, or that was the reason for the quarrel. The mountain called the squirrel little prig. The squirrel got bit annoyed, or means he is little uh, then Bun replied, who is the Bun? Bun here it is a squirrel. Okay. The squirrel replied, you are doubtless very big, and it is very clear that the mountain you are very big, I am very small. But all sorts of things and weather must be taken in together to make up a year. Do you know how to make an year, or how we'll call a year? It needs the things and the weather, or the four weathers we have. This weather together, that four weathers together, it will become an year. So he was telling, we need all sorts of togetherness. The squirrel told them again and again that the world were full of equal, all the things we have in the world are equal importance, and he felt no disgrace about his small size. He added that the mountain could not be as smaller or active as him also. If I am not so large as you, you are not so small as I. See, you are large and I am small. And if you are large also, you cannot be small like me, and not have so spry. And there is no difference because of this size or talent we already seen. Then in the world or in the earth, all are equal, whether they can be small in size or larger in size, or according to our talents we may differ, but there is in front of the creator, the god, all are equal. And the squirrel added that he was very grateful to the mountain for giving him a path, a very pretty squirrel track. See, through this mountain, I could move everywhere. So, you gave me the path. For that, I am very thankful to you. And our talents differ. But he said that as well as and widely, everything is arranged well, and therefore talents also varied. See, now he was telling, I can move here and there in the or over the mountain, but you cannot move from here. So my talent is differ from yours. All is well and wisely perched. If I cannot carry forest on my back, see, you may be proud because you can carry the forest or all the big tall trees, but I am very small, so I cannot carry. But one thing is that if you can carry the forest, you cannot crack a nut. What is the meaning of crack a nut? To make a small pieces or open the nut or make into small pieces. The nuts, you know that. Okay, so that I can do, but you cannot do. So our talents are different. You can carry the big forest, but I can cut it into pieces, or I can make it not open, but that you cannot do. So, dear children, through this poem, we can understand that every creation of God has the particular aim. we already saw that we have seen that there is no difference between the shape or size or talent or okay, we may different from each other, but everyone has our own duties or our own talents. So we are equally important. This is what the theme of the poem. Through this poem, the writer Ralph Waldo Emerson wants to share with us also. Okay, dear children, read the poem again and again. Now you know how to find out the rhyming words. You find it out. I will give the notes after this. Okay. Then with the notes I will give, you can complete what are the notes I will give in the group. You can complete it. Okay. Thank you. Bye.